good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work.
Hello everyone. Oh, excuse me. I'm eating popcorn. We have 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go before the start of Tour of Watopia Stage 3. And we'll be keeping an eye on all the runners and riders as they run around Watopia. I think we go round the track and then through the underwater section. We've done this a couple of times. Well, I haven't done it because I'm not running, but we've seen this done a couple of times this week so far. It's a 6k run for the shorter version. There is a longer version. If you want to do nearly a 10k run, there is a longer version you can do. But we've got about 30 odd runners, 30 or so runners who are lined up, including Sebastian and Laurie Paulson is there as well. Hello, Laurie. Paul Hayward has joined us in the chat. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch, I am watching chat. Hello to Neil Messenger, who is watching on Twitch. He says, hi, Stephen. Only just finished my run, stage 3 as well. So hello, Neil. And Shake It the Boss is there as well. Hello to you. Also on Twitch. Laurie and Sebastian and Paul are on YouTube. If you're watching on any of those channels, you can use the chat and say hello or shout abuse or ask me a question or whatever you'd like. So we've got 1 minute to go before the start. If you are running at the weekend, good luck to you. Neil, are you still up for Beachy Head? Are you coming to meet us tomorrow evening at Pizza Express, where we were last year, Neil? Same place as we ate last year. We'll see you there tomorrow, as well as Sebastian. Shake It the Boss says, what's your YouTube channel name? Well, I've got two. So the one we're broadcasting on now is called the Zwift Run channel. So that's the Zwift Run channel. That's what we're on now. But we also have the Film My Run channel, which is one for outdoor running. So that's my main channel. My main channel is the Film My Run channel. So Neil says definitely going to come to Pizza Express tomorrow and definitely up for the race. Brilliant. See you there tomorrow, Neil. Thank you very much. Good to see you again, or it will be good to see you again. Paul Hayward is running as well, it seems. Says I might go for it for the last kilometre if I feel like it. Right, they're off. I'm just going to press a button so I can follow people, because I'm just going to stand on the start line. Who shall we follow? Let's go at the let's like have a look at the front, or the people in. I know it's not a race, but you know the people who are up the front, the faster runners. Let's say that, shall we? Before we do anything. They're still sorting themselves out into placings. Richard Howell is. I think that's Richard Howell. Let me just double check the names. David Vassy is with us as well from the UK. Paul Day from the UK. John McClone from Ireland. Thomas Mako is with us from the Czech Republic. Neil Clark from the UK. Shane Stone from Ireland. Hello to you. Mark Weston is there. Richard Witt is there. I can't see Howell's name at the moment. I'm sure it's there somewhere. Richard Howell. It is Richard Howell. Okay, so round the track and then out and onto the Ocean Boulevard. And away they go, and they will go down the hill and into the tunnel. Sarah Jacobson did this run at 9 o'clock over in Chicago. She says, look who's ditched who today. Sarah Jacobson's ditched me. That's all right. Don't worry. At least you did the run, Sarah. Yeah, next stop, Pizza Express in Eastbourne, says Sebastian. So if you didn't know about this, a few of us from Zwift are getting together tomorrow to eat pizza together and then to run the Beachy Head Marathon here in the UK in Eastbourne. It's a trail marathon and it looks like it's going to rain. So we're all going to be wearing our waterproof jackets. Wow, Sarah Jacobson. Not only did Sarah Jacobson run Tour of Watopia at 9 o'clock this morning, her time. That's about 1 o'clock UK time. She did the long course as well, the 9.7 kilometre course. Well done to you. That sounded like I didn't know you then. Well done to Sarah. Well done, Sarah. Well done to you, whoever you are. Neil Messenger says, my heart rate yesterday on Wednesday workout was 154 BPM. Okay, so you need to try harder then, Neil. It's not bad. You've been working fairly hard, but if you want to work really hard, your heart rate needs to be going up into the 160s and 170s, is my opinion. That's what I think. But you might also have been tapering because you've got a big run to do at the weekend, so I'll accept 154. I'll accept 154 as a decent heart rate for somebody who's tapering for a tough marathon on Saturday. We've also got Amy Green running with us on Saturday. I think I may be sticking with Amy Green. My legs are still shot to pieces. Amy's saying she's going to go nice and slowly, so I'd like to join Amy at going nice and slowly around Beachy Head Marathon tomorrow. I've been adding up all the runs that all the runs over a marathon distance that I've done, or marathon and over that I've done, and I have done Beachy Head Marathon 8 times. So the one I've done the most is Paris Marathon. I've done that 11 times. Beachy Head Marathon 8 times. So this weekend will be 9 times. And then what was after that? Well, I've done something 5 times, and I now can't remember what I've done 5 times. I've done some run 5 times. Anyway, there we are. Okay. So do say hello, by the way, if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, and you haven't entered the chat yet. And there is Amy. Hello, Amy. Anthony Anderson says hello. Sarah Jacobson is jealous of Pizza Express. So you should be, Sarah. It is awesome pizza. We will be sending photographs. Well done on getting connections done today. It was a tough one. I'm trying to think of some of the words now. But anyway, yeah, it was hard. And it took me a long time. Right, the problem with doing connections, which is a little word game that I play, if you're not aware, is that I sit in Starbucks in the morning and I'm supposed to be editing video. I'm supposed to be working. And I'm not working. I'm doing connections. I'm doing Wordle and connections. And then quite often spelling bee as well. For goodness sake. Right, Neil Messenger says yes, he didn't try hard yesterday because of the run on Saturday. Right, Shane Stone is at the top of the pile at the moment in the Tour of Watopia. He's already a kilometre in. He's running at 4 minutes 12 per kilometre. So well done, Shane, from Ireland. And then we've got Paul Day from the UK. Next, heart rate of 166. So he's already working pretty hard, so he's making this a race. Sorry, I'm just reading, catching up here. Amy says they don't do pineapple pizza. No, we discovered that last year. They don't do pineapple pizza at Pizza Express. Sarah says, Anthony says, Sarah, did you find the long course very hilly? Yeah, Sarah paid zero attention to the incline, and as would I. Zero attention. Just we keep it on 0 and run. We don't put the hills on there at all. There's the blue whale. Top right corner of your screen there. Oh, it's just changed, but yeah, the blue whale was in sight there. So yeah, so we've got Neil, we've got Sebastian, we've got Amy, we've got Jonathan Perkin is running with us, but he's not eating with us on Friday. Then we've got myself and Victoria. Who else is coming? Jeff Partridge isn't coming, is he? I'm sure we've got somebody else coming who I can't remember. Why can't I remember the name of the other person who's coming? Anyway, it'll be a nice little group of people to run the Beachy Head Marathon with. Sarah Jacobson is thinking of running the Austin Marathon. Have you actually signed up for the Austin Marathon, Sarah? She says, if I run the Austin Marathon, I'll actually have to start doing some hill training. You will. Mind you, hill training is good for any racing, for any running, because it strengthens your Achilles, it strengthens your calf muscles. And when you run on the flat, you will have extra leg spring, an extra release of energy from your Achilles as you spring off. So hill training is good for whether you're doing a hilly race or a flat race, it doesn't matter. So Sarah Jacobson has entered the Austin Marathon, so she is on the start list. Whether she'll actually make the start line is an entirely separate matter. I hope you do. When is it, Sarah? How far away? Right, Paul Day is up to 1 mile, just over a mile now. Let's just go back to Shane Stone. Shane is 51 years old. He is a level 23 runner. He hasn't done any cycling on Zwift, so he's only a runner. And he's up to 1,800 kilometres on Zwift. 1,870 to be precise kilometres run on Zwift. So well done to Shane. Back to Paul Day. Paul Day's 42, level 17 runner. 691 kilometres run on Zwift, heart rate of 169 at the moment. Neil Messenger says his auntie's going to come on Friday. That's fine. Yeah, no problem. Anyone else who's got family coming with them as well, that's absolutely fine. No problem. I'm sure we'll... we did phone the restaurant live on air the other day, and it was clear that they didn't want to take a reservation. They were quite happy for us just to turn up. So we will turn up and be what may. I'm sure we'll find a seat somewhere. Right, this is Stelmach, Per Stelmach from Denmark. He's on level 38 cycling, nearly 10,000 kilometres cycled on Zwift, and gosh, nearly 119,000 metres of elevation. But he's a brand new runner on Zwift, level 2. Only 22 kilometres run. So he's going to add another 6 kilometres to his run today. And he's a late join, which is why he's running a lot slower than everyone else in this run, in this area of the course, because everyone else around him is running much quicker. He has been dropped in, basically, position 4. So everyone behind him is going to be going, where's this guy come from? Anthony Anderson says, I took my 2 pals out on the seafront this morning and they did all the hills. What hills on the sea? How can there be hills on the seafront? They didn't enjoy it though, apparently. Isn't it supposed to be flat on the seafront? Right, the Austin Marathon is in mid-February. So Sarah Jacobson does have time to train, but she's got to start now-ish. November, what have you got? November, December and January. You've got 3 months training. If it's mid-February, maybe you can start mid-November then. I'm going to start training for the Brighton Marathon, London Marathon. I'm going to start training for the spring marathons in December. I'm going to start putting my mileage in December. So I've got a month and a bit of getting fat, eating cake, relaxation, and doing very little. Talking of which... And this is not just a box. I've already been eating it, but look, actual popcorn. So I'm going to be eating that right now. Laurie Paulson says, excuse me, I'm eating popcorn and trying to speak at the same time. In just over a week, I'm doing a 24-hour relay with 2 friends. New York first event longer than... Oh, hang on a minute. My first event longer than a half marathon. Oh, my first event longer than a half marathon. Any advice? I've been building. So just keep building, Laurie. So Laurie says she's doing twice a day runs. It's very important that you are careful about your build in terms of mileage. Don't try and do too much too soon because you'll get injured. But definitely start increasing the mileage. I don't know what your regular mileage is per week, but I would say you want to be doing at least 40 miles a week. I would think 30 to 40 miles a week by if you're doing 24 hours, you are going to be covering some mileage. So I would say at some point you need to be doing 30 to 40 miles a week in training. If you're doing more than that, fantastic, and you can build even more. What I tend to do, I tend to do about 60 miles a week, and then I build towards a marathon. I'll build to doing a couple of weeks of 100 miles. I'm not suggesting you do anything of that like that, but if you can build, if you're not up to 30 or 40 miles a week at the moment, then I would build up to 30 or 40 miles a week. If you're already at 30 or 40 miles a week, I would slowly build up to try and do 50 miles a week. Laurie's been training for months. She says it's a 1.3 mile loop, so it's going to be monotonous as well, isn't it? Yeah, you just need to keep your mental head in the game. Try and do some night runs if you can. If you're going to be up at night doing some of your relay sections at night, try and do some night runs to get yourself used to running with a head torch, used to running in the dark, used to running when your body is not used to running. When your body thinks it's supposed to be asleep, get it used to running. Anthony says his friends didn't enjoy the hills on the seafront because they were going from the top promenade and down to the lower promenade and back up again. Hills up and down, he said. I get it. Okay. Right, let's move along the runners. So this is Neil Clark. Neil's on 3.1 kilometres so far, making his way on the boardwalks. He's come out of the tunnel. So he's halfway through the run now. Laurie had in fact planned for a night run tonight. Just don't do too much, Laurie. They say I don't know who they are, but they say increase about 10% per week in terms of mileage. And remember, keep it slow, relaxed and easy. Only do maybe 1, possibly 2 hard sessions per week. You're not going for a time, you're just going for the endurance. So you don't need to do massive VO2 max hard efforts. But for your general fitness, it's good to do maybe 1 a week. So try and do maybe 1 VO2 max session a week, and everything else, just keep it nice and relaxed, nice and easy. Zone 2 of your heart rate. So that's Neil Clark. Where are we now? This is Sven from Norway. Oh, Sven is on. Oh no, that's me. There's Sven from Norway. Well done to Sven. He's 42. Level 8 runner, 168 kilometres on Zwift. So he's relatively new to Zwift as well. We've been going for 15 minutes and they are pretty much halfway through. A lot of them are halfway through the run now. Amy Green says, is there a marathon training plan you'd recommend? Amy, you've got 2 days before the marathon. It's not going to help. If I give you a training plan now, it's not going to help. You're running a marathon in 2 days. Amy, right, so are you, in all seriousness, are you thinking about for the spring? For Brighton or similar? Is that your plan? I can certainly help you with a plan. It depends how much mileage you want to do. Depends how much work you want to do. Yes, for Brighton. Okay. I can certainly give you a plan. We can talk through it tomorrow night. We can chat face to face about it tomorrow night. But yes, certainly I can help you with a plan, a race plan for Brighton. No problem. So if you're watching this, wondering what we're talking about Brighton for. So next year, in April next year, there's a group of... So like we're doing the Beachy Head Marathon, there will be a larger group of us. We've already got about 10. Hopefully we can get a few more. Doing Brighton Marathon next year, April the 7th. There is also a 10K on the same day. So if you're not really up to doing a whole marathon, but you'd like to come and join some Zwifters, me, my wife Victoria, and then a whole host of other people from the world of Zwift, we are all meeting up in Brighton to either run the 10K or the Brighton Marathon. And if you don't want to do any of them, you can still come, and we're going to do Park Run. If you know what Park Run is, it's a 5K run on a Saturday morning around the whole of the UK. Loads of places have them, and they're free, and they're just friendly social events in parks or on the seafront or various places on a Saturday morning. So on the Saturday before the marathon, we're all going to meet and do Brighton and Hove Park Run as well, and that's 5K. So you could just come and do that. So you can either do 5K, 10K or a marathon in Brighton with us next year, April the 6th and 7th. Come and join us. We'd love to see you. Look out for details on the Zwift Runners Facebook page. We'll be posting there regularly. And we are going to start doing some training sessions. For the past 2 years, we've done the Paris Marathon training sessions on Zwift. And if you've been around, you'll have seen those from January to April last year and the year before. And that led up to us all going out to Paris. And we've had 2 years of having a load of Zwifters out in Paris, enjoying the Parisian life in the springtime in Paris, and running the Paris Marathon. This year we thought we'd have a change, so we are doing Brighton. So there we go. And yes, so we've run Paris Marathon training sessions those last 2 years. This year it will be the Brighton Marathon training sessions starting in January on Zwift. We'll have an interval session on a Wednesday and a long run on a Saturday. Sarah Jacobson thinks I'll make Amy run way too much. Probably. I probably will. If I write you a training plan, you'll be doing loads of running. Yes. You're probably best to go for one of the ones that isn't quite so intensive as what I'll give you, but we can talk about it. At least we can talk about it. Right, look, we're spending far too long not looking at the actual run. Richard Howell has got a private profile, but there he is, heart rate of 166. So he's running fairly comfortably, working a little bit, but not overly. And he's from the UK. Then we've got Paulo from Portugal. There's Paulo. Heart rate of 190. Good grief. So Paulo is working incredibly hard. Well done to you. Time for more popcorn. Thing is, it was a close-up on the camera then. I'm going to eat some more popcorn. And when I finished streaming, I'm going to go inside, I'm going to watch a film with my daughter, and we're going to eat more popcorn. It's sweet and salted popcorn. It's very nice. Right, Paolo's just hit 4K. So Paulo from Portugal, fixed cancer. He's on the fixed cancer team, and he is just 2K to go. I think just about 2K to go, and then we'll go back to John McClone from Ireland. Drop him. Excuse me, swallowing a popcorn the wrong way. John McClone is on 4 kilometres as well. He is going at 11.8, nearly 12 kilometres per hour. Making his way off the boardwalks and onto the tarmac. Hello, Vidar. Hope you're well, buddy. No heart rate for John. And he's also got a private profile, but he's got a nice picture of him and probably his wife, I think, on his profile picture. David Vassy. There's David. Drop him a ride on. He's a level 13 runner. 751 kilometres run on Zwift for David Vassy. Vidar says, what route is this? Let me see. Actually, I can find out, can't I? Hang on. Oh, no, I can't find out. Why is that black? There we are. That's the one I wanted. Sorry. It's the Splash and Dash route. There you go. It's the Splash and Dash route. And while we're here, I have run 11,738 kilometres on Zwift. So I have got just over 262 kilometres left to run before I hit 12,000 kilometres on Zwift. I wonder what Marcus is on now. I mean, he passed 12,000 kilometres. I mean, he hit 20,000 kilometres months ago, didn't he? So he's way past that. I mean, isn't he? In fact, he's more than double me, I think. And Simon Funnell is still going, but not as much as he used to. So Simon Funnell's second on the list of all-time mileage on Zwift. But I don't know. Let's have a look. Actually, let me just double check. I can find him on my Zwift companion app, can't I? Okay. That's okay. That's interesting. So Simon is on 14,806 kilometres, but he really hasn't been running an awful lot on Zwift recently. He's only on level 26, so he must have been doing very little running on Zwift. Because if he had been running, he would have been running. He would have got a lot further on the levels. And I'm just looking now back on his information, and he is cycling loads, but he's not running at the moment. So maybe he's been injured, or maybe he's just got bored of running on Zwift so much. But he is. Let's just go back here. But he's on 110,000 kilometres of cycling on Zwift, level 60, and he's done 754,000 metres of elevation. 754,000 metres of elevation. That is incredible. Vidar says, I was signed up for this. It's one of the 3 running routes I was missing, but when I looked at this 2 hours ago, it was showing that it's 400-metre track. No, Vidar! So this is, we're on Tour of Watopia. We're doing Tour of Watopia, not Bag That Badge. So we're not doing Bag That Badge this evening. Sarah Jacobson's off to work. She says, good luck everyone with running this weekend. Thank you, Sarah. We'll speak to you. Oh yes, because tonight is the last night of live streaming, isn't it? Because we're not live streaming tomorrow because we are out eating pizza with Zwifters. So, but we will look out on the Zwift Runners Facebook page. We will send photos there of us all eating pizza tomorrow. So that'll be good. So take care, Sarah. Have a good meeting. See you soon. So we're up to about 5 kilometres now for most of the runners in the Tour of Watopia Stage 3 on the Splash and Dash route. And we're just gradually making our way through some of the runners and seeing some of their stats. So this is the first lady we've come across. This is Gemma Balanga from Spain. Gemma is on 4.7k and her heart rate is 161 BPM. She's got a private profile, but I can see a photo of her. She's sitting in the sunshine with her sunglasses on, which looks very good. She's suddenly sped up to... I think she's got a dodgy foot pod or something that keeps speeding away there. Anthony wants to know about a live stream from Pizza Express. If we can do something like that, I will, but I don't want to. I don't want to interrupt other people eating their meal. I don't want to I don't want to be a pain in the backside to other parties in the restaurant. If we are basically on our own in the restaurant, if we've been put upstairs or something like that, then maybe we can do a live stream from Pizza Express tomorrow. That would be humorous, wouldn't it? Maybe we could do like Tour of Watopia. We'll do a Tour of Watopia at 6 o'clock, and then we can have a little screen of us at Pizza Express at the same time. I'll try and do that. That'd be hilarious if I could do that. Let's see if we can work that out. Yeah, okay, I'll try and do that. Right, we are 27 minutes in, so we'll stay until the first runners or the first or second runners cross the line. Where is Sebastian? Let's find Sebastian. Because we haven't got back down there yet, have we? We haven't got down there that far. So there's Townsend, Torkel, Kappas from Germany, Stelmach. Oh, we've given Stelmach a ride on already. Ferrer from Spain, well done to you. Quintelier from Belgium, and Schirk from Germany, and there, right behind Schirk, is Sebastian. So we've got Sebastian and Paul Hayward running together. They are running at 6 minutes per kilometre, so they are 4.6 kilometres in. They've got 1.5 kilometres to run, just under a mile left for the guys. So well done to you guys. So we'll go back up then, again now, and if it'll let me go back up. It's not going to let me go back up now, is it? Right, where was this person? Gemma. So we want to find Gemma. There's Gemma Belanga. So we'll go down to Stroh from Germany. Well done to Stroh. And next back is John from Norway, 55. Level 14 runner, 600 kilometres run. Exactly 600 kilometres. So it'll be 606 kilometres by the time he's finished today. Well done, John. We'll come back to Seb and Paul Hayward shortly. We'll just move through some of the other runners a little bit more. There's Nate. Nate Kotanj from the USA. He's 33 years old. He is a level 13 runner, 677 kilometres run on Zwift. And we've got a photo of him eating an ice cream, I think, in his profile picture. He hasn't done any cycling on Zwift, so he's purely a runner. And 171 beats per minute. So he's working hard. Well done to him. John Townsend from the UK is on 5.2 kilometres, heart rate of 156. Sebastian and Paul are discussing speeding up for the last kilometre, so we better hurry up and get to them. John is 53 from the UK. He's a level 7 cyclist and a level 16 runner. So actually, he's done. This is very rare. He's done more running on Zwift than he has cycling. I've done more running on Zwift than cycling, but most people, if they're a cyclist and a runner, most people have done more cycling on Zwift than running. Right, so that's John. Well done to John. Here's George. George from Germany. He's 62. He's only a level 1 cyclist, but he is... hang on a minute. Go back to him. He is a level 21 runner, so 1,386 kilometres run for George. Well done to him. This is Gerald from Tunisia. So nice to see somebody from a country we don't regularly have. Gerald is from Tunisia. He's 49, and the photo of him is classic desert photo. Lovely sunshine, wearing a bandana with the desert in the background on his profile picture. So that's Gerald from Tunisia. Good to have him on board. Well done to Gerald. And here's Jeffrey Quintelier from Belgium, 44 years old, level 19 runner. That's 1,134 kilometres. Ricardo Ferrer from Spain, 56 years old. He is a cyclist, level 36 on the bike, level 13 as a runner. 5.3 kilometres in, he's got 1 kilometre left to run. There's Per, who's 53, heart rate of 147, 3.5 kilometres in because he started a little bit late. Here's Schirk from Germany. He is 62 years old. He is a cyclist. He's a level 36 cyclist, but he's also a decent runner. He's run a lot on Zwift. Level 26, 2,596 kilometres run on Zwift. Heart rate of 110. If that's correct, he is very comfortable running at this speed. And he's just been overtaken by Sebastian and Paul Hayward, who've just sped up. There they are. So Sebastian and Paul have got about 800 metres left to run. And they're about... So Sebastian is 21st out of 42, so halfway through the field. So we're definitely not going to get to the end of the field of runners by the end of the run. So we'll have a look at Taeyeon, who was with us yesterday. I think 32 years old from South Korea. So we've got Tunisia, we've got South Korea. Who's this CMG as well? CMG is Cynthia from Mexico. Well done, Cynthia from Mexico. Fantastic. 5.4 kilometres in, heart rate of 130. And Elkas as well from, is it Hungary? Elkas from Hungary. No age, but level 15 runner, 748 kilometres run on Zwift. Beautiful photo on her profile page. That's Magdi Elkas from Hungary. So we've got a real collection of European runners today, and worldwide, in fact, Mexico, South Korea. Brilliant. USA, Mexico, South Korea, Norway, Denmark, Belgium, Spain, Germany. Fantastic. I love it. Ireland as well, Italy. And we've got this runner from Thailand. TT from Thailand is there. Well done to TT. French runner. Serval is 38 from France. Level 25 runner. Well done to you. Right, that's it. Good stuff. Let's go back up to Sebastian and Paul. 158 beats per minute heart rate for Sebastian. Jaume says, Stephen, not running? No. I had a very long run last weekend, and I've got a marathon this weekend. So I'm recovering. I mean, I've been told by my wife, Jaume, I'm not allowed to do any running this week at all. So we started running on Saturday morning, finished on Sunday morning. So it was a very long run on the weekend. And then so I've done no running this week, letting my legs completely recover. And then we have a marathon to do on Saturday. So Saturday we are running the Beachy Head Marathon over in Eastbourne with quite a few Zwifters. I say quite a few, 3 or 4 Zwifters coming to join us, to run with us. So that'll be good. Looking forward to seeing everybody, including Sebastian from Germany and Amy from the UK and Neil Messenger. Jean says, happy recovery. Thank you, Jean. Appreciate that. And here comes Sebastian and Paul into the finish. Just 200 metres left to run of the Splash and Dash route, which is stage 3 of Tour of Watopia. And that is the last time we will do stage 3 of Tour of Watopia this week. I will have to do a stage 3 in the makeup week. We have 1 week always at the end of Tour of Watopia where you can make up any runs that you have not managed to do. So I will have to do that in the makeup week, and it'll be stage 4 of Tour of Watopia next week. But this is the last live stream from me this week, unless we do a live stream from Pizza Express tomorrow. there's Paul and Sebastian crossing the finish line of Tour of Watopia Stage 3. Well done to you guys. Fantastic. Neil Messenger has just entered Brighton Marathon, so we are getting loads more people for Brighton Marathon now next year. If you've just tuned in and you're interested, why not come and join us? Next year we are doing Brighton Marathon as a Zwift meetup. April the 7th next year. April the 7th. If you don't want to do Brighton Marathons, Brighton 10K as well, or we're going to do Park Run on Saturday morning. So Saturday we do 5K Park Run, nice and easy and relaxed. Sunday we either do the marathon or the 10K. We meet up for the whole weekend, we go out for a meal, we enjoy ourselves. That's what we're going to do next year, April the 7th. Neil's just put his name down for it. We've got loads of other people. We're going to hopefully have between 15 and 20 people in Brighton doing the Brighton Marathon. Loads of ZLDR runners as well, hopefully going to join us. So it's going to be really good. Some people coming over from the States. I think we've got at least one coming over from the States. So it's going to be largely a UK crowd, admittedly. But if you are coming from another country, we'll be absolutely delighted to welcome you to the UK from France, Germany, Belgium, Italy, Spain, Denmark, Norway, any of those countries, any country at all. If you're from the USA, from Mexico, get on a plane, come and join us in Brighton next year for the Brighton Marathon. Right, Amy Green says, well done to those who ran. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, so Amy is one of the people who is going to come and join us in Eastbourne tomorrow for pizza at the Pizza Express in Eastbourne. If you're nearby, you're more than welcome. Even if you're not running the Beachy Head Marathon, come and join us for pizza at Pizza Express in Eastbourne tomorrow, 6 p.m. UK time tomorrow. And if not, we will see you next week on the channel. We'll be broadcasting the Monday community run. Let's see how my legs are. Again, I probably won't run it because I'll be now recovering from a marathon. But we'll try and run sometime next week, that's for sure. But we'll definitely be broadcasting next week. We'll be doing the Monday community run live on this channel. So we'll see you for that. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone. Whatever you get up to, if you're racing, enjoy it, have fun. If you're not racing, enjoy whatever you do over the weekend. And Neil says, see you tomorrow. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see some of you tomorrow. We'll see the rest of you on Monday. Bye-bye.